Welcome back if you're joining me from another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have in front of me some fake Littlest Pet Shops. Now, I found them in a $1 to $3 store in New Zealand. They are fakes because they are obvious copies of certain Littlest Pet Shops with some differences, most notably the size of them compared to the other ones. But they are designed and obvious copies of Littlest Pet Shop. So we'll have a look at the box. Now the box is labeled Cute Pet, and as you can see it was $5.90, which is for $5.90 you could get yourself a real Littlest Pet. So it says Cute Pet tie-on. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. It says up here, beautiful, happy, love. Ages 3+, choking hazard warning down here. So let's have a look at the side. So we have Cute Pet again, beautiful, happy, love, and it has down here a blue cat. Cute Pet tie-on. I'm assuming down here it has the same logo that says it will bring you joy and happiness over here. It will bring you joy and happiness. This is obviously a dog. Now, if you see here, it has an armadillo and a seahorse. And up here, I believe, now someone can correct me if I'm saying this wrong, this is the Savannah dog. So it's obviously, I was trying to find this one in the shop, but there was just a bunch of armadillos and piggies, and I got the one cat. So I was trying to find the doggy, because I know that is actually a rare that collectors like. So it says over here, it will bring you joy and happiness. So let's get into it and see how it's packaged. It just has one little piece of tape across the top. And we will compare it to the Piggy it is modelled after. Oh, it has more than one little bit of tape across the top. There's a hidden bit on each side. Haha. So let's pull it out there. So here it is, and it has a long piece of plastic holding it in, which I'm just going to snip and release. So that is the packaging. It's just pink background. So here it is. Now, the plastic is quite firm, so it's not cheap plastic. Like I felt on some of the My Little Ponies. It does have dirty marks over it for a new toy, so it is a toy that isn't washed after it's made. The detailing on it is quite okay. If you look here on the ears, it has little spots. The eyes are painted okay, and it has a patch around its eye, which is quite cute, and it's got its nose here. And it's got a spray paint of pink over its paws. Now let's have a look at the Littlest Pet Shop it's modelled after. Now on the Littlest Pet Shop, you can obviously, the Littlest Pet Shop's well painted. The painting lines are well defined. All the hoofs are quite are fully painted in. Its tummy has a patch. And I'm sure there is a Littlest Pet that this will be, there must be a yellow one of some sort. But this is obviously the Littlest Pet that it's modelled after. It is in the same pose, the same, even the same smile, and the eyes, underneath the eyes there's the bump for the grin. So it's quite obviously a copy, except for larger. There is a large hole in the bottom of this one, so like I said, the plastic is actually really well done, and the painting isn't as shoddy as some copies I've seen. So it is an okay copy. So we're going to put that back and we'll have a look at the next one. Obviously the size is the major difference. So here is the Armadillo in the Cute Pet range. The box is the same as the other one. So let's get into it and get the Armadillo out. See if it's just as good as the Piggy. Again, a plastic piece just to hold it in. And kids, always remember, put your papers in the recycle. Now I can instantly see that the pig painter was far superior to the armadillo painter. There are splodges on his neck, and the spray painting is not as good. The spray painter has actually gone into things. On the ears, there is paint. Now, I can say this, the pig was actually beautifully painted. Even though there was some dirty marks, there was nothing that a cloth couldn't wash off. This one, it's almost like someone's just quickly done it. The bumps on the armadillo have been spray painted, and the spray's just gone over the bumps, so it's been done hastily. So yeah, the paint job is quite bad. Now in its eyes, it has the artsy, I'm going to call it the artsy armadillo sparkle in there. The eyes are actually okay. They're within the eye lines and they're not too bad. It is unfortunate, this part isn't too bad either. This part isn't done too bad. It is unfortunate that the body has been painted so badly and no care has been taken on other parts of the body to fix up the mess. So let's have a look at the one it is copied off. So here is what I call the artsy armadillo, and you will see that it has the drips down just like this one on the top. So it has the drips down on its head. Some of the bumps are coloured in, but the bumps are lovely coloured in and not drippy like this one. It has the same effect in the eyes with the sparkle. The nose is pink. So yeah, obviously a copy of this one. The same pose with the front legs together. Oh, there is no definition here. If you look at the Littlest Pet Shop, you can see there's a definition in between the two paws. There's no definition really here. And the back paw is spread apart with the tail. Again, the plastic is not too bad. It is actually really strong plastic. So it is a toy that is going to last quite a bit. So it's not too bad plastic on this one. This one, the painting's beautiful. The plastic is beautiful. If you gave it to a young child, they wouldn't even know it was not a Littlest Pet Shops. This one, you can tell it's been done hastily and cheaply. Alright, so this one I don't have the exact copy of the cat, but we will compare it to a Littlest Pet Shop cat to have a look. So let's get into it. I'm assuming the box is the same. Yes. And again, just a plastic tie around the back to undo. We'll have a comparison in size to the larger Littlest Pet Shop. So I actually haven't seen a Littlest Pet with this body pose. There is probably one out there. If you have one, let me know, especially the pet number, as I'd be quite interested. Instantly when I've brought it out, this one has a weird bump underneath it, which is going to make sitting it up really awkward. Its butt keeps sticking in the air because of it. So the plastic on this one, it's deformed at the bottom, so I'm going to have to fix this, I'm going to have to cut out this deformed part and stretch it a bit. But let's have a look at the paint job. Okay, like the Piggy, it has these weird brown marks on it, which are a bit disturbing really, but I'll clean those up. So it's dirty for a new toy. The plastic, apart from this deformity down here, which it almost looks like a heat deformity where it's got too hot and it's molded into the box a bit, but the plastic is quite solid, so it's not a cheap plastic. The eyes are again okay. There's a little bit of splatter out the side, but sometimes the Littlest Pet Shop's eyes can be a bit splattery, to be quite honest. It has the Littlest Pet star effect in the eyes, and it has these little stars in its ears. So I haven't got the exact mold for this one, but I do have this cat here, this pink cat here, so you can see the star effect in her ears, the eyes. So let's compare it in size. So again, it is quite big, but it isn't bad. Oh, I didn't point out, it's got this nice fluffy bit and the paint isn't. So it's almost a shame, because for copies they're actually very good. That this one has been painted so shoddily, And I'm not too worried about this, even a candle heating that up and me pushing it gently in, some sort of heat will fix this. They're not too bad of copies, and I don't know if you've been thinking the same thing I've been thinking, but these will make amazing custom models. If you want to make a large Littlest Pet Shop custom model, the plastic is hard. I've been feeling it, and it actually feels like paint will take to it really well. It looks like they've used spray paint, and the spray paint's taken to it really well. So these would be amazing customs for little kids because they are a bigger size model. I know even with my daughter with 7-year-old, painting the little details can be a little difficult. Fantastic. So let's bring these three ahead, and here is an official Littlest Pet Shop giant. Actually, I'll move that one out because she stands a bit funny. So in comparison in size, the large Littlest Pet Shop is almost there. It reaches up to this one, so I almost wonder whether they made the smaller size ones in larger size to copy these ones. I'm not sure. Anyways, if you love fake videos, fake toys, check out my other videos on fake toys. These were called for people that are looking for customs for little kids or just to customize yourself, which my daughter and I are going to pull these apart and customize them ourselves. They are called the Cute Pet. They were $5.90 New Zealand each. That's about $3 US, so it's not a big expense. Or if you have a young one who you just don't trust to give your previous generation's little pet shops to at the moment, like a younger brother or a younger sister or someone who's just a tiny bit rough with your toys, these ones will be best. My favorite of them all is the pig. He is amazing. I almost don't want to customize him because he just looks great, and he actually looks like a littlest pet. This is probably, the armadillo is probably the worst out of the lot, and the cat, I would love to see if someone has a cat in this pose. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.